The newest version of Nano Banana Pro has completely changed advertising, and it all comes down to 3 massive upgrades that turn this model into a genuine game changer. First, it now gives you way higher quality images right out of the box, with 2K and 4K visuals instantly. Second, the model's reasoning abilities got a huge upgrade, which means it's now able to look things up on the internet and understand your requests more clearly. And third, text control is finally fixed. The old version struggled with even simple words, but this update gives you clean, accurate text with no typos. These 3 upgrades are the foundation of why Nano Banana Pro is now a must-have for any advertiser. And in this video, I'm going to break down how this new version works and show you the strongest use cases you can start applying today to create way more effective ads. To access Nano Banana Pro, I'm using a tool called ArcAds. It's honestly one of the best generators out there for any kind of advertising, whether it's UGC or product ads and everything in between. It gives you a wide range of top-tier AI models into one simple, easy-to-use interface. Having all these models in one place matters because it lets you test different creative styles instantly without jumping between multiple platforms. When you sign up for ArcAds using the link in the description, just click Create New Project, then go over to the image section. In here, you can access Nano Banana Pro, and you can also see Seedream 4.5, which is another top-performing model that's great for high-end visual production. But for this tutorial, we're going to stick with Nano Banana Pro. From here, you can select your aspect ratio and choose how many generations you want to create at once. And with that being said, we can now start generating our first result, and I recommend waiting for the last one since it surprised me the most. For this first example, I'm going to show you just how easy it is to add product information directly onto your images using Nano Banana Pro, which is extremely useful if you're selling anything online. For this demonstration, I grabbed an image of a face cream I found online, but this exact workflow works for any product where consistency, presentation, and clear benefits matter. So I'm going to import this face cream image into my reference image box. And since this product is designed to have that minimalistic, futuristic look with clean lines and subtle details, I'm going to reflect that in my prompt. I'll write, make the photo into a product image featuring the benefits of this face cream in a minimalistic design. Then I'll select the number of images and press send. Once the images are done generating, we get these results back, and honestly, they're really impressive considering we didn't give the AI any product information whatsoever. Here, we can see it has added benefits like how long it hydrates the face and that it brightens and firms. In the other images, it also created this clean, minimalistic background and added additional benefits that stay perfectly aligned with the style of the original photo. And again, the results look genuinely good, especially for zero provided context. But let's see what happens when you give Nano Banana Pro more information and more reference images to work with. For this next example, I found that iconic Heinz ketchup ad, as well as a mango flavored Monster bottle. So first I'll import the Monster bottle, then the Heinz ad right after. Now I'll use this prompt. Recreate image 1 in the same style as image 2. Instead of being cut up and made to look like a tomato, make the Monster bottle look like it is cut up like a mango. The background remains tropical. Here I'm giving it clear instructions for what each part of the image should do, what to replicate, what to change, and what to preserve, and then I'll send it. Here are the results we get back. The first image already looks great. It kept the exact aesthetic of the Heinz ad, where every piece looks like part of a tomato, except now it adapted the entire concept to a mango-styled Monster bottle. But as I mentioned earlier, Nano Banana Pro isn't just good at style recreation, it also genuinely understands what you upload as a reference image and uses that to search the web for accurate information. And we can use that to our advantage for educational ads, product infographics, or anything that requires real facts. So for this next example, I found a simple photo of a Coca-Cola bottle. What I want to do is create an infographic style advertisement that sells Coca-Cola by focusing on interesting facts most people don't already know, which puts the model to the test and forces it to actually search the web for new information. I'll import the Coca-Cola bottle and use a prompt that says, create an interesting infographic advertisement focusing on new information most people don't know. Then I'll send it. Here's the first result we get back. Now some of these facts are more well known, but Coca-Cola has been around for so long that genuinely unknown facts are rare. Even then, this still shows how well the model can search the web and piece together a themed, fact-based infographic automatically. Next up, we're going to take a look at how much Nano Banana Pro has improved when it comes to controlling the way an image is actually taken, like camera angle, composition, framing, and overall shot direction. This is also one of the upgrades they introduced in this version, and it makes a massive difference for advertisers who need consistent layouts. For this first test, I'm going to use this image from a Vogue magazine. I'll import it into my reference field, and for the prompt, I'll write, change the camera angle to be taken from the bottom right while keeping the person and the text in the exact same position. Then I'll send it and wait for the results. And here's what we get back. Honestly, this is good. There's nothing that stands out as wrong. The angle changed exactly how I asked, the subject stayed in position, and all results look clean and intentional. This is something you could do with the previous model, but usually it took a couple more tries and didn't always understand the angle immediately. Seeing it get this right on the first attempt is a really pleasant surprise, but I also want to test the text capabilities a bit more and push it with with some very specific instructions. Thanks to ArcAds being extremely easy to use, I can just click the remix button and it instantly pulls the image and the original prompt back into my prompt box. I don't need the same prompt now, so I'll delete it. For the new prompt, I'll write, remove all the text in the image besides the word Vogue, replace that word with Nano Banana. Here, I'm testing two things. First, whether it can spell the text correctly, and second, whether it keeps the formatting and the typography style accurate. So let's send it and check the results. And the results surprised me. Not only did it spell everything correctly and match the original Vogue font perfectly, but I even expanded the image slightly so the full word could fit in the same place and remain the same size. That level of awareness simply wasn't possible in the older model, and seeing it handle layout, typography, and spacing this well is genuinely impressive, especially for advertising workflows where text accuracy matters. But this next test is probably the biggest one, the test that shows the clearest difference between the old version and this new model. I found this image online of some 3D gaming items, but it could very easily be remade into an advertisement for a company that creates EDC items. If you don't know, EDC stands for Everyday Carry, and it includes things like flashlights, titanium keychains, wallets, or small tools that make your daily life easier. So for this ad concept, I'm going to import the image and write, replace the objects in this image with EDC items such as titanium keychains, wallets, or flashlights. Make the colors fit the EDC aesthetic. Then I'll hit create. And there are a few things I'm hoping the model nails here. First, I wanted to keep the original 3D style and floating composition. Second, I want the products to be realistic items that could actually be purchased, not random objects the AI invents. And third, I want the placement to look like a clean, intentional advertisement and not a random collage. Here are the results, and I can honestly say I'm super impressed. If you look through all of them, the model actually nailed everything I was hoping for. All the items are recognizable objects you could realistically buy online. Maybe with one or two small details that aren't perfect, but overall the accuracy is extremely high. The 3D style is preserved, the floating layout is maintained, the colors match the EDC aesthetic, and each result genuinely looks like a cool product ad. Seeing how much this model has improved in understanding style, replacing objects, and composing a full scene is honestly insane. So now you know all the biggest upgrades that Nano Banana received in its newest version, and you've seen exactly how to use it yourself to create powerful, professional advertising assets. And honestly, the update is so crazy because it finally lets you take an idea in your head and turn it into high-quality, production-ready visuals in minutes. And all of that becomes even more powerful inside ArcAds. It's the best platform to bring these ideas to life because you get Nano Banana Pro sitting right next to every other top-performing model. You can take your images and instantly turn them into videos using the newest models like Sora 2 and Google Veo 3, which honestly unlocks some of the coolest, smoothest creative workflows I've ever used. Everything you need for ads, images, videos, storyboards, and iterations is all in one place. So if you want to start creating ads like this yourself, you can sign up to ArcAds using the link down in the description below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.